Let's begin the class by first settling the body. To do this, ensure that you're sitting in a comfortable position with your legs crossed if that's comfortable for you. And if not, sit in a different position so that you feel steady and comfortable at ease. The spine should be straight and the head and neck should be aligned with the spine. The hands should be on your knees in a mudra of your choice, which may be with the first finger curled to the base of the thumb and the other fingers outstretched, palms facing up or down, but placed on your knees. Shoulders are back and down, but relaxed so that you open the chest. Eyes are closed. And release any tension in the face. And feel the contact between the body and the floor. And take a long, deep inhalation now, long, deep yogic breath in. And when you exhale, release all the events from today. And again, take another long, deep inhalation. And this time, when you exhale, release all of the conversations and interactions that you've had today in whatever form they may have taken, in person, on the phone, in a digital space. Just let them all go. And take another long, deep inhalation now. And this time, when you exhale, release any feelings or thoughts of obligation of anything you need to do after this class, and give yourself the gift of being right here, right now. There's nothing else you need to do right now. Just allow yourself to be right here in this moment. And return now back to the natural breath. And in a moment, we'll move the awareness through the body. But before we do, as we do move the awareness through the body, take careful note of how your body is feeling at this moment and pay attention to any pain or irritation that you may be feeling, just so that when we begin the class and the asanas in the class, that you work within your range of movement and you listen to your body. And if a practice is not right for you, remember that you can always do something else that works better for you, or even visualize the practice, as that can be just as effective. So now move the awareness through the body, beginning with the soles of the feet. Move the awareness up through the feet and into the ankles, and up through the calves and the shins to the knees, into the thighs and the buttocks, and up into the torso, through the fingers and the hands, through the wrists and up through the arms, to the shoulders, moving the awareness now through the abdomen and the chest, and then right up through the spine, placing the awareness in each vertebrae on the way up into the neck. And now moving the awareness to the back of the head, the crown of the head, and through the face, into the forehead, to the eyebrow center. And in this space, visualize a steady candle flame. And together now, we'll chant Om 3 times. Om Shanti. And I'll chant the Shanti mantra to pay respect to wisdom traditions, respect between teacher and student and teacher, so that our practices may be protected and we can learn together without ill will. Breathing in. Om. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. Om Sahana Bhavatu, Sahano Punatu, Sahaviryam Karavavahe, Tejasvinadvadhitamastu, Ma Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. Hari Om Tat Sat. And so now, in your own time, come to the base position with the legs out in front of the body and putting the hands behind the buttocks with the fingers pointing away. Again, spine straight. And just take a few moments just to feel yourself into the position. And for our first practice, we'll bring the right foot in front of the buttock, clasp the hands underneath the arch of the right foot. Again, making sure you're sitting up straight and just leave the left leg out in front of the body. Inhale and then lift up the bottom half of the leg and bring it as close to the torso as you can that's within your range of movement. Exhale, bend from the knee and bring the foot down to the floor again. Complete another 4 rounds in this way. And you might find with each round, you're able to move the legs straighter and closer to the body. But whatever you do not push or strain in any way. It's just a natural opening of the muscles in the leg as you do the practice. It's all about working within your range of movement and also trying to coordinate the breath with the movement. Try and get that body, breath, mind connection. And after your final round, so after your 5th round, bring the foot back to the floor and then slide the leg along the floor. Sit in the base position for a few moments and just observe the difference between right and left. And then when it's right for you, begin the practice on the left leg. So bringing the left foot in front of the buttocks, placing the hands beneath the arch of the foot. Again, checking that your spine is straight. Inhale, lifting the foot up off the floor, leg towards the body. Exhale, bringing the foot back down to the floor again. So complete 5 rounds in this way. And after your 5th round, again, come back to base position and just observe the effects of the practice. Next, we will do Tatali Asana, the butterfly posture. So bringing both feet in front of the buttocks and then bringing the soles of the feet together and clasping the hands around the feet, allowing the legs to fall towards the floor, the knees towards the floor, and wherever that is right for you. Inhale and bring the knees up towards the arms. Exhale, knees back to the floor. Complete 10 rounds In this way, again, coordinating the breath with the movement, slow movement. Observing the opening of the hip with each round of practice. And then when you reach your 10th round in your own time, of course, make sure that you bring the knees together and slide the legs across the floor and come back to base position. And just observe again any changes in the body from your practice. We'll move now to the upper body. And for this practice, we'll do elbow bending. So bring the arms out to shoulder height so that they're even. And then stretching out from the chest. Then inhale, bring the hands to the shoulders. Exhale, reaching out the shoulder height with the palms facing up. Inhale, back to shoulders. Complete 5 rounds in this way, really trying to open up the chest, stretching out through the fingers and the arms on the exhalation, and then inhale and bring the heads back. And on your 5th round, this practice in your own time, rather than coming out of the practice, bring the elbows in front of the body, and then we'll do shoulder rotation. So bringing the elbows together, inhaling, bringing the elbows back, down and around, exhaling on the downward movement, inhaling back to beginning again. And this is 1 round. Complete 5 rounds in each direction and just observe the loosening of the muscles in the tops of the shoulders as you complete this practice. And when you've completed the practice, just rest the arms on top of the legs, on the thighs. And we'll move now to the neck. So we'll do 2 practices on the neck. First one we'll do is chin to chest. So exhale and then move the chin towards the chest without pushing or straining in any way. And really feel that stretch at the back of the neck there. Inhale, bring the head back to center. Exhale and bring the head back behind to where is right for you. Again, feeling that stretch in the throat. Inhale back to center and complete another 4 rounds in this way. So 5 rounds in total. And the movement should be very smooth and flowing rather than jerky, because the neck can be quite a sensitive area. So aim to be very gentle with these practices. And when you've completed the practice, again, just sit for a few moments and observe the effects. And we'll do a counter posture now for the neck. So for this one, make sure that the head is straight and aligned with the spine. And with this one, you will inhale and then exhale and turn the head towards the right shoulder to where is right for you, sort of gazing over that right shoulder without moving your shoulders in any way. Feeling that stretch up the side of the neck. Inhale, bring the head back to the center. Exhale, and bring the head over towards the left, doing the same. Inhale, back to center. Complete another 4 rounds. Again, smooth, fluid movements. And observing any influences in the neck with each round of this practice. And now we'll do a spinal twist, a sitting one. We haven't done these ones very often. So for this one, bring the right leg over to the left knee. And then with the left leg, if you can, wrap it around the body. Again, trying to sit up straight as you do it. So it's almost like you've crossed your legs like this, and then bring the left arm to sort of hug the right knee. And then with the right arm, wrap it around behind the body. So it's on the floor behind the body. Make sure the head and neck are in alignment and gaze over that right shoulder. Again, just within your range of movement, just really testing and feeling it out. Hold for a few moments. And then inhale, come back to the center. Uncross your legs. Take a few moments. And then do it on the left side. So bring the left foot to the outside of the right knee and bringing the right foot around to the left buttock. Hugging, or sort of hugging, we're putting the right arm around the left knee and then with the left hand and arm, really bringing it around behind the buttocks, gazing over that left shoulder. Holding for a few breaths. Then complete another 2 rounds on each side. Again, just feeling out this posture if you're unfamiliar with it. And holding it for your own duration. And observing the twist in the spine. And then also any other places in the body where you can feel this asana influencing and changing. And once you've completed 2 extra rounds on each side, come back to the base position again, the eyes closed, and just observe any changes in the body. And now we'll do some back strengthening exercise. And we'll do one asana for this. So for this one, lying on the front of the body with the arms, so almost Superman style. So the arms out, forehead on the floor. Inhale and lift the right arm and the left leg just to where it's possible for you. Keep the head on the floor. Hold for a few moments. Exhale. Gently put them back on the floor. And then do the same on the other side. Inhale. Left arm up. Right arm up. Exhale. Back down. Complete another 4 rounds in this way. And then take a few moments to rest. And if you're feeling up to it, you could do both legs and both arms at the same time. Just do 3 rounds of those. And when you've completed those rounds, you'll move into a relaxation posture, which you just still laying on the front of the body with the forehead on the floor. Clasp the hands together and put them behind the neck. And just relax the body. Allow the body just to melt into. And then when it's right for you, come up onto the hands and the knees to prepare for Majari Asana, the cat posture. So ensure that the hands are directly below the shoulders and that the knees are directly below the hips. And the body's in like a box-like shape and the head is in line with the floor. The head's in a neutral position. Inhale. Point the head up towards the floor, arch the abdomen down. So point the head up towards the ceiling, arch the abdomen towards the floor, and then stretch through the arms. Inhale and bring the head in between the arms, arch the back up towards the ceiling. Exhale, and again, this is 1 round. Complete 5 rounds in total. Moving very slowly and smoothly, coordinating the breath with the movement and observing what this practice is doing for the different parts of your body. And after your 5th round in your own time, come back into Shashankasana, the child posture. Again, no rush, just take your time. And then once you're done, bring the buttocks towards the heels, with the forehead on the floor, arms out in front of your body. And again, just release all tension. into the relaxation posture. So allow the body to sink into position. And then when it's right for you, sit up. And if you can, it's not always possible for everybody to sit on their knees. What I need to do for that is actually have a cushion in between my buttocks and my legs just to support my knees. If that helps you, do that. If you have any cushions, what you do is bring the right foot out so that it's flat on the floor with the right elbow. Place it on the knee and then cup your hand around your face. On with your left hand, put it in a mudra like what we did at the beginning of the practice. And again, close the eyes, place the awareness at the eyebrow center and just focus on the natural breath. This is known as hero's pose. It's a good pose for generating stillness. Then when it's right for you, complete the same practice on the left leg. So bring the knee back, bring the left foot next to the right knee, drawing the spine in straight, the left elbow on the left knee, right hand on a mudra of your choice, and cup the left hand around the face and place the awareness at the eyebrow center. And then when it's right for you again, lie down in Shavasana and allow the body to sink into the position. So make sure that the legs are about hip width apart and the legs are just lolling to the sides. The arms are a little bit away from the body with the palms facing up. Get a neck in alignment. Release any remaining tension in the body and allow the body to sink to the floor. And now bring the knees to the chest and then hug the arms around the knees. Exhale. Bring the nose up towards the knee. Hold your own duration. Then gently exhale, gently moving the head back towards the floor. Complete another 4 rounds in this way. And then after your fourth round, again, taking your time, place the feet on the floor in front of the buttocks. Place the arms behind the head. Inhale. As you exhale, bring the knees to the right and turn the head to the left. And allow the body to ease into the position. Inhale back to center, both head and knees. Exhale, knees to the left, head to the right. Inhale back to center. Complete another 4 rounds in this way. And when you've completed your 4 rounds, lie back in Shavasana. For our final asana, bring the arms out at shoulder height with the palms facing up. Inhale, and as you exhale, bring the left palm over to meet the right palm. And then you're lying on the side, on your side. So you're lying on your right side, with the palms touching on the right side of the body. Inhale, and then bring the left palm back. So you're opening up the chest. Still lie on your right side. Inhale, bringing the palms back together on the right side. Complete another 4 rounds, so 5 rounds in total with each side. Really feeling that opening of the chest as you bring the back of the hand, the left hand, to the floor. And then when you've completed all the rounds on the right side, come back to center, just for a few moments. And then lie on the left side and bring now the looking over towards the right side, head turn to the right, bring the right palm over to meet the left. Inhale, bring the right palm back to the right side. Exhale, bringing the right palm back to the left. So again, complete another 3 rounds, 5 rounds in total. And when you've finished those rounds, lie back in Shavasana. And so what we'll do now is we will do some pranayama lying in Shavasana, and then we'll move into Yoga Nidra. So it's a good idea just to make sure that you're comfortable and that you're warm so that you don't need to move as we transition from pranayama into Yoga Nidra. So it's just a seamless transition for you. So if you need any blankets or pillows or cushions, it's a good idea to get them now. And so lying in Shavasana, bring your awareness to the natural breath at the nostrils, and then observe how, with the natural spontaneous breath, the abdomen expands and then the chest expands. And then on the exhalation, the chest subsides and the abdomen subsides. Just observing the natural breath. And now we'll deepen the natural breath just a little so that when you inhale, the abdomen expands just like a balloon and the chest expands a little more than it naturally does. And then on the exhalation, the chest subsides and the abdomen subsides. And so after the next exhalation this way, release the practice. And our next practice will be Viloma. So for this, you need a full yogic breath, but the way that it works is that we'll do it in both ways, but we'll begin by focusing on the inhalation first. So the way that it works is with your yogic breaths, you breathe in a little, pause, breathe in a little more, pause, and then complete the inhalation. And then it's one long exhalation out. So complete 5 rounds using the inhalation. So pausing the inhalation, pause, breathing in a bit more, pause, breathing a little bit more to complete it, then exhalation out. And this practice helps you to increase your lung capacity and your breath control. And once you've completed the 5 rounds, focusing on the inhalation, we'll reverse it and focus on the exhalation. So in reverse, you complete one long, deep inhalation, a full yogic breath in, and then the exhalation is pause. So you exhale and pause, and then complete the full exhalation. So complete the inhalation pause 5 rounds and the exhalation pause 5 rounds. And then in your own time, when you've completed both variations, release the practice and just come back to the natural breath. Now, prepare for the practice of Yoga Nidra. Check in with your body and ensure that the legs are hip width apart and all tensions released in the legs and the feet, and that the arms are a little bit away from the body with the palms facing up. Check the spine is straight. There's balance between the left and the right side of the body. And ensure that the head and neck are in line with the spine. And to check this, you may like to tuck your chin in just a little. And take a long, deep inhalation now. And as you exhale, release any remaining tension in the body and allow your body to sink into the floor. And take another long, deep inhalation now. And when you exhale, release any tension or expression that you're holding in the face. Release the jaw. Ensure that you're not clenching the muscles behind the eyes. Just let any tension go. And feel the body's contact against the floor, beginning with the heels against the floor. Then feel the back of the legs against the floor. Feel the buttocks against the floor. And feel the back against the floor. And the backs of the hands and the arms against the floor. Feel the neck against the floor and the back of the head against the floor. And observe how all of these different points of contact, they make just one singular point of contact between the body and the floor. And begin to hear the sounds around you. Listen first for sounds way off in the distance, but don't try and name or identify the sounds. Just move your awareness from one sound to the next as you hear it. And now move your awareness to the sounds just outside the room that you're in, just doing the same, just moving the awareness from each sound to the next. And now move the awareness to sounds inside the room where you are. Again, moving the awareness from sound to sound. And move the awareness now to sounds inside the body, beginning with the sound and the sensation of the heartbeat. And now move the awareness to the sound and the sensation of the natural breath. Release the sound awareness now and call to mind your Sankalpa, positive intention. If you had one, mentally repeat it 3 times now. And if you don't have one, leave some space because it can emerge on its own. Now rotate the awareness around the body. Listen to my instructions. And when I say the name of the body part, place your awareness there. Mentally repeat the name of that part and visualize that body part. We'll begin with the right side of the body and the right hand thumb. First finger, second, third, and little finger. Palm of the right hand, back of the right hand, the wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, right side of the chest, right waist, hip, thigh, knee, shin, calf, ankle, heel, sole of the right foot, top of the right foot, right big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and little toe. We'll move now to the left side of the body, beginning with the left hand thumb. First finger, second, third, and little finger. Palm of the left hand, back of the left hand, the wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, left side of the chest, left waist, hip, thigh, knee, shin, calf, ankle, heel, sole of the left foot, top of the left foot, left big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and little toe. We'll move now to the back of the body, beginning with the heels, back of the legs, the buttocks, the small of the back, the middle of the back, the shoulder blades, the space between the shoulder blades, the back of the neck, and the entire spinal column, the back of the head, and the crown of the head. And moving now to the forehead, to the temples, to the eyebrows. And now rest your awareness at the eyebrow center. The eyes, the ears, the cheeks, the nose, the lips, jaw, and the chin, the throat, the collarbones, and the pit of the throat. The right side of the chest, the left side of the chest, and the center of the chest. The right side of the abdomen, the left side of the abdomen, and the navel. The right side of the pelvis, the left side of the pelvis, and the groin. The whole right leg, the whole left leg, and both legs together. The whole right arm, the whole left arm, and both arms together. The whole torso, the whole neck, the whole head, the whole front of the body, the whole back of the body, and the whole body. Have a sense now, all at once, the whole body. And release the body rotation now. And instead bring your awareness to the natural breath and observe the natural breath at the nostrils and how now the natural breath has become very subtle. And observe the rise and fall at the navel in response to the natural breath. And now we'll add a count to the natural breath in the following way, counting backwards from 14. You'll count as follows. Breathing in, 14. Breathing out, 14. Breathing in, 13. Breathing out, 13. Counting backwards from 14 in this way, just counting to the natural breath. If you reach 1, begin again. And if you lose count, begin again. And if the mind begins to wander, use the breath just like an anchor to bring it back to the practice. Release the count now, and instead feel the following opposite sensations in the body. The body's feeling heavier and heavier. The body feels like it's made out of lead and it's pressing against the floor. The body feels so heavy that it feels like it almost like falls through the floor. The arms feel heavier, the legs feel heavier, the torso and the head feel heavier. The body's feeling heavier and heavier, like it might fall through the floor. Release this feeling of heaviness now and replace it instead with a feeling of lightness. The body's feeling lighter and lighter. The body feels so light that it feels like it's barely touching the floor. It feels like it might float away like a cloud at any second. The body's feeling lighter and lighter, like it's barely touching the floor. Release this feeling of lightness now and exchange it instead with a feeling of coldness. The body's feeling colder and colder. The body feels like it's outside on a freezing winter's day. The face feels colder and the fingers and the toes feel colder and the icy wind chills you through to the bone. The body's feeling colder and colder, like it's outside on a freezing winter's day. And release this feeling of coldness now and replace it instead with a feeling of heat. The body's feeling hotter and hotter. The body feels like it's sitting in front of a roaring bonfire. Face feels hotter. The hands and the feet are sweaty and clammy from the heat, and heat radiates from the abdomen throughout the body. The body's feeling hotter and hotter, like it's sitting in front of a roaring bonfire. And release this feeling of heat now. Allow the body to come back to a state of equilibrium and release all of these sensations completely. And instead now, come to the space of the mind, the space behind the closed eyes. And in this space, see, imagine, visualize and create the following objects and images. You're standing at the side of a field in beautiful countryside, and you see beautiful red poppies in the field. And although this is not your property, you are just pulled towards this beautiful site. You really want to go in and pick some of these beautiful red flowers. There's no one around, so you manage to open the gate and close it behind you. You are not wearing any shoes on your feet, and you feel the warmth of the earth beneath the soles of your feet, and you feel the beautiful warm rays of the sun on your face, and you walk towards this field of red, and you begin to pick the flowers, a beautiful red bouquet. And as you're wandering and picking the flowers, you notice some beautiful animals around you. You see birds, a whole range of birds flying through the trees. You see little bunny rabbits hopping around through the fields. You even see a little fawn sort of dancing and jaunting away as you near it. And you just feel in a beautiful state of bliss, surrounded by this beautiful natural environment. And then as you come to the edge of the field, you've got so many of these red flowers in your arms now. And at the edge of the field, you see one of your most favorite people in the whole world. And they are so happy to see you. And you give your bunch of red flowers to them. And again, you can see the joy on their face, and you can see the joy on your face mirrored in their eyes. And now you know that it's time to come back. But this feeling of joy and deep love of the person you gave those flowers to will remain with you as you leave this beautiful scene. You come back through the field. You come back now into the room, lying on your mat, and you call to mind your Sankalpa, positive intention if you have one. Mentally repeat it 3 times now, the same from the beginning of this class. If you don't have one, make some space and it may emerge on its own. And now begin to feel the breath in the body once more. Allow the breath to deepen a little, and as you do, observe how the breath moves the body against the floor and how the breath creates movement in the body. The practice of Yoga Nidra is coming to a close. Begin to make movements with the fingers and the toes, just gently allowing the body to externalize. Being kind to your body right now. Begin to move and stretch in a way that's right for you. And remember the details of the room that you're in. Remember the time of day. And begin to hear the sounds around you and remember the world attached to those sounds. And when it's right for you, you may like to move your head a little from side to side or roll onto your right side a few moments again, just allowing the body to gently wake. And in your own time, when it's right for you, come to a comfortable sitting position, keeping the eyes closed or downcast. Aim is to try and maintain this peaceful state that you've created. And as we did at the beginning of this session, move the awareness through the body, beginning with the soles of the feet, and compare now how you feel, how you felt at the beginning of the class. Moving the awareness now up through the feet, into the legs, through the buttocks, into the torso, and up through the spine, up through the fingers and the wrists, into the arms and into the shoulders, and now into the neck, into the back of the head, the crown of the head, and into the face, resting the awareness on the eyebrow center. At this point, visualize a steady candle flame. And together now, we'll chant Om 3 times, Om Shanti, to conclude the class. Breathing in, Om, 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 Shanti, 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 Hari Om. Hari Om Tat Sat.